Hey fam. So it's Thanksgiving break and I'm sitting in my kitchen trying to make solutions videos for your reviews and your Quiz 11, and my document viewer that I've had for all the years I've been teaching has finally died 20 minutes into trying to film solutions videos for you guys. So I am not going to be able to get solutions videos up for um, Quiz 11 and the reviews. I do have paper solutions up, like you can see the work. I just don't have any commentary to go with that. So that being said, if you guys look at the solutions and there are things that you don't understand, please email me and let's just Zoom before you take your test. I am happy to Zoom with you on any of the questions that you need to discuss. It won't take that long. I know that Zoom can be awkward, but I would rather do that than have you guys suffer because there's explanations that you need that you can't get. So Quiz 11, you'll need to look at the solutions to find the password for Quiz 11. And then Unit 2 and Unit 3 reviews, they won't have solutions videos, but there are solutions in our Canvas page. The one thing that I need to make sure that I tell you guys is in your Unit 1 and 2 review, question 7F, you have a question about Bob the Bowler's bowling scores, and it asks you if there are outliers, and I specifically highlighted some phrasing that we've never really talked about before, but you need it for your test. So hopefully this doesn't look horrible, but I want you to look at the sentences that I underlined, because on your exam, your free response problem's gonna have you find outliers, but they refer to it as a high outlier. So I think it says something like, what would X need to be in order for it to be a high outlier? What they mean by high outlier is it's on the right-hand side, and a low outlier would be on the left-hand side. So low outlier, think lower bound, it's on left. High outlier, think upper bound. That just means, are there any on the right-hand side of the data? So you need to know that high outlier isn't something that we haven't talked about before. We've talked about it. I just don't know that I've ever specifically referred to it as a high outlier and a low outlier. Other than that, I don't think that there are really any problems in our review that I need to give explanation on. Well, actually, there is one more, and it's number 13 on the same review. So this histogram here doesn't give you any X values. And so what you need to do is use the heights of the bars to estimate what the numbers could be. So you can see on mine that I could consider this to be 1. And if this is 1, then this height would be 2, which means this tallest one would be 3. Now, do I know that that's what the frequencies are? No, I don't know that for sure, but I can use those to go through the statements and figure out what is true, because even if these were 10 instead of 1 and 20 instead of 2, I would still get the same answer. The median would still be in the same position. So you want to use relative heights to figure out this histogram problem that doesn't give you any frequencies on the y-axis. So you just compare the heights of the different parts of the graph. So those two really are the only ones that I think that you need a little bit of explanation on. So high outlier, and these are intended to make you estimate what you think the frequency is and then use your estimates to answer the question. The one other thing that I want to mention is if you're seeing this before you take your exam, whether or not you are going to redo quiz 11, you should go and look at the free response questions, because these, it's really important that you hit all of the elements on these questions. So I guess I also included that in the solutions that you guys can see for Unit 3. So maybe you don't need to go and look at these quiz solutions if you've already checked your Unit 3 solutions. The only thing that I would add there is that I think at the end, it's after you find your Z value, it's better if you say P, the percent of X is equal to the percent of Z, and then you give the final answer. Because in a lot of these problems, you start with, we want to find, like in this problem, I start with, we want to find P of X greater than 90, but then I go and find this Z value. So I think that it's better if we say what we want to find the Z value, and then write P of X is equal to P of Z, and then solve the problem. So hopefully that information is helpful for you. I am sorry that I won't be able to get video solutions up for these. If I can figure out a way to fix my camera, I'll try to get some up, but it's not looking good. My camera is very old. Okay, love you guys. I hope that you get to spend a lot of this break with your family and not having to worry about school. If you need me, email me. I do not mind Zooming with you and doing whatever we need to do so that you can be successful on your quiz retakes and your exam. All right, love you guys.